I was afraid of that last time when
There we
we
go.
recorded with Brian, and I was like, "Fuck!" But I was already fucked
Am
up,
I
so
in?
I was like,
Am I in frame?
I think you'd be good
Okay.
right there." Um. Anyways, I was like, "Fuck!" Did I press record? But I was already kind of fucked up when uh whatnot. Anyways, all right, cool, brother. Good to see you back here in the valley.
Yes.
How you been?
I've been good.
Good,
Good.
huh? Montana, Europe and Montana,
Mm-hmm.
complete different change of environment.
Yeah. It's a lot colder.
Well, yeah, I mean that's for sure.
Yeah.
But just your life in general.
Yeah.
What
It's.
would you say? Like, I know you got a lot of people here in the valley, and the valley I'm sure has a special place
Mm-hmm.
for you, right?
Of
But
course.
how is it like out there compared to here?
I think it's totally different. Like, it's a culture shock. You know, um, a lot smaller, a lot colder, and I mean, it's like basically a fresh start. You don't know anybody,
Do you live in
so
a big town?
um, it's big for Montana, but it's like Harlingen size. I don't know if you're familiar with Harlingen. That's what my girl says.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let me ask you this: Is it? But it's just that town, and there's like no outskirts to it, or you know what I'm saying? Because if you say, "Oh, well, like I'm from McAllen," okay,
Yeah,
but you have
there's a lot of neighboring.
a bunch of
Yeah.
like there is no dead space in between,
Hmm.
right?
Oh no, it's totally different. Like it's small town, man. Like you go out on the outskirts, it's very small. Like
Yeah,
like rural.
yeah. So
Yeah,
outskirts is like a bunch of ranches and farms and all of
exactly.
that, and
Yeah.
then after that, there's nothing.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
And then
Very
hard.
very boring.
Well,
But it depends on the type of person you are. I'm young. I like little noise.
yeah,
Things to do. A lot of people, as they get older, I notice they like more peace and quiet.
yeah, for
You
sure.
know, I
Hell
don't know
yeah.
where you're at
No,
at this point in your life.
bro. Well, I'll tell you what. This was not my choice. Like for me, I would fucking live in the outskirts.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you why though. I like space.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I don't feel that a 20-minute drive is that far.
Yeah.
I've lived in big cities,
Uh-huh.
to where you're driving for 20 minutes and you've only fucking moved 10 miles,
Yeah.
and it's like, bro,
Yeah, I
that's,
think Montana's basically what you're describing. Perfect fit,
yeah,
man. Um,
yeah. You trying to get me to move over there or what?
yeah, man.
Fucking,
I think you would love it.
do you see people on like going through the drive-throughs on their horses and shit, or is that just
No,
like
it's
a?
not like
Oh,
that.
okay. Cool. Hey,
That's
I
crazy.
didn't know.
No, no,
I didn't know if it was that wild.
no. But I will say, like they're smarter than us, so a lot of things are, I guess, a bit behind or
Oh
more
yeah,
simple, but nothing
yeah.
crazy.
There's not a
Just
lot of exposure. That's why.
no, no. It's not a lot of influence. Very simple. People. The first thing I notice is people are a lot nicer. A
Yeah.
lot nicer.
Oh yeah, that usually happens in
Yeah,
small
exactly.
towns that are actually
And
like.
I explain like, well, I'm a nail tech, and I talk to my clients every day, and like I explain to them how like the bigger cities. I mean, it's just a bigger influence, I guess. Everybody's rushing,
Yeah,
and you're not able to slow down and enjoy life.
yeah.
You know.
That's a bro. When I was stationed in San Diego
Uh huh.
for nearly 6 years, and then I got transferred over to North Carolina.
Hmm.
And the base out there is like the biggest thing there is there. Like the town, like the actual town, super small. A bunch of like smaller neighboring towns, but it's kind of like what you were describing, I think. And it's not as big as Harlingen. That it's probably as big as like one of the smaller cities, like maybe San Juan or Alamo or something like
Uh
that.
huh.
And I was like, I hated the idea. I was like, man, I'm gonna go from this having everything, the beach, the mountains,
Yeah.
the different event centers, parks, and all of that, to the like nothing.
Yeah.
I loved it.
You loved it.
I loved it,
How
man.
old were you at the time? In your
I
20s or
was
your 30s?
I was 20. The fuck, man. 20. 27, I think.
Okay.
26, 27, something like that.
About almost my age.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, I was around that age, and bro, I loved it just going out there fishing. I never ever caught shit,
Yeah.
but I kept going just because it was like it was nice. I liked just being out there relaxing. I felt myself being able to think.
That's crazy that you said that. That's the number one thing I always say when I first got there. You can hear yourself think,
Bro, that shit's crazy,
like
right?
quiet,
Yeah.
like, and it's also the geographic and everything. It's surrounded by mountains, so
Oh,
it's not windy at all. It's very dry.
oh shit.
It's cold, but it's not as cold as Texas.
Yeah. Whoa,
It's
what do you
it,
mean?
it's very windy and humid here. So when
Got you, got
30
you, got you.
degrees here will kick your ass,
Oh yeah, yeah.
up there 30, I'm walking out with
Oh
shorts,
yeah. No,
you
yeah.
know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so and not a ounce of wind. So you
Hmm.
walk outside, everything's so quiet,
Yeah.
and same way you said it.
That's badass. Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
That's I feel like it's just like living, and that's because this is not really that big of a city, but there is
yeah,
a lot of people here,
yeah. Oh,
and
there's some noise here.
exactly like
Yeah,
just the day to day life just doesn't allow you to like
slow down and
slow
enjoy
down
just
and
the little things.
yeah.
Yep.
So, all right. Overall, what do you think? Would you see yourself being there long term or?
I get asked that, um, and my clients will always ask me, but I've been around all my life. And so I always say nothing's guaranteed. You never know where life takes you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, it's just crazy where you end up.
Yeah.
So who knows.
No, but okay, I guess what I'm saying is,
What my preference is?
no, right now where you're at,
Uh-huh.
can you see yourself living in a place like that long term?
Right now, being young, I don't think so.
Yeah.
You know, because like I said, I like noise. Things to do.
Yeah, of course.
I'm a foodie guy too. I'm a fat guy.
Yeah. So
So I love good food, and that's one thing they lack:
yeah.
diversity and good food.
Oh yeah. That's badass.
But who knows?
So the purpose of like this podcast is not just to like I guess it's kind of like to get more a little bit more of a personal, look
Hmm.
at you, not so much. I mean, anyone can look into your Instagram account and find, you in the car scene,
Yeah.
right? Like what you've done in the car scene, where you've been in the car scene,
Hmm.
right? But it's not so much personal, stuff, unless
Hmm.
you go way down into like when you were a kid
Oh
and
yeah.
the
Yeah.
posts you would make and all of that stuff. That's completely different. And
Yeah.
I dug into that. I was
Uh-huh.
looking into that. I was like, let me
The
see where,
embarrassing
bro.
posts.
Yeah, man. Hey, but I'll tell you what though. What I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I saw your post with the Del Sol, right?
Yeah.
The first
Oh,
one.
yo, you digged.
And, oh yeah, bro. I went all the way down. I'm
Yeah.
telling you. And I saw, and it said like I think it was 20, uh, 14,
Yeah.
13,
Uh-huh.
something like that.
That was high school.
And it said gonna work on this thing, put a body kit and
Hmm.
put wheel, like all this stuff. And it's like that's what most of everybody thinks when they get their first car.
Yeah.
But most people don't come through with that.
No.
And it's
Yeah.
like, and then you go through your pictures and it's like 20, I think it's like a year or two later, and it's like motherfuckers got a body kit.
Yeah.
Like it's looking nice. You
Yeah.
actually went through with all that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm not gonna get into that.
That was the happiest time of my life.
Yeah.
The joy hasn't been the same since my first car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
how so? What's up?
I don't know. I think when you're young and innocent, like I notice it with my younger brother right now, the youngest one,
Uh huh.
and I'll see it from him. Like I see myself in him.
Uh huh.
He'll point out he's 11 years old,
Okay.
and he'll point out cars on the road, or oh, look at that 240 and this and that, and I'm grown. I'm thinking this kid's a nerd.
Yeah. You
But that
don't
was
you don't
me.
appreciate it as much.
I exactly. And
Yeah.
after I sold my first car, I got another one. I think you don't appreciate it as much.
Yeah.
And the funniest thing is my cars only got faster and better
Yeah.
over time, but it doesn't match like that one.
Yeah.
You know,
That one has a
because like every I didn't make much money back then. You know, I was a pizza boy,
yeah.
but everything that I did to the car like meant a lot to me. You know, and
Uh,
so I think later in life, I'm pretty blessed and spoiled that I'm able to afford things more,
yeah.
and so I don't appreciate it as much.
Gotcha.
I know that I know it.
You think ambition has a
Ambition
role
is a
in that,
very big part of it
right?
because you want more and more and more,
Of course.
and it's never enough.
Yeah.
So it is. It's a big part of it. I talk about it all
Yeah.
the time.
I mean, just from hearing what you're saying, and it's like, okay, yeah, you're right. And the more you have of something, I mean, obviously,
Yeah,
not only kind of like losing that wow factor, but also like wanting to be better, wanting to be bigger,
yeah.
wanting to be faster,
Oh yeah,
wanting to, that kind of kills
that
those
joy.
little,
Yeah,
those first steps of progress or
yeah.
whatnot. Yeah, so I can see that. So, but that was like I said, me digging into trying to figure out who you are. You can find all of that on your page.
Yeah.
You know, I want to dig into the stuff you can't find on there.
Uh
You
huh.
know,
Okay.
so with that being said, what do you remember your first grade teacher's name? No, I'm just kidding, bro. So no, but for real though, so you're in Tech,
Yeah,
right?
I'm
You've
in
been doing it
tech.
for how long?
About 5 years now.
5 years,
Yeah,
and you are.
I'm 25, about to be 26.
What did you do before that?
I was going to college, just figuring out life. You know, that
How
was
long did
that
you go
was.
to college for?
I got my 2 year basics done.
Uh huh.
Got to my third and figured out that it just wasn't for me.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Have you thought about going back? Has that like thought crossed your mind? Like
Yeah,
now?
I talk to clients every single day
Yeah.
because I mean I'm just curious,
Yeah.
and I think about it from time to time. Again, that ambition to do better,
Yeah.
um, financial freedom,
Of course.
um, and I think about it. But I mean, school is tough, man.
It is.
It's not
It's not for everyone.
the biggest thing that I learned is that school doesn't guarantee financial security.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
that's why you go to school, right?
correct.
Um, but sadly, these days, a lot of people are struggling
Yeah.
with a whole college degree.
Yep.
So,
Yeah. It's crazy, but you know what? At the same time, well, let me backtrack a little bit. I think part of that is we still haven't been able to break that, like that link. Like it was always you have to go to college to be successful,
yeah.
and we now know that that's not absolutely true, but we
Hmm.
still haven't been able to get away from that. And there's plenty of examples out there of people being successful without even finishing high school.
Yeah.
And it's
I have this talk about this specific subject
yeah,
with my clients like every single day because it's
yeah,
my favorite subject. You know, I've always been like that. The one that asks questions, the
yeah, of
stubborn
course,
one, and just ask questions. They teach you to stay in the box.
yeah,
Like you said, traditionally, you got to go to school. You got to go to school. Well, everybody went to school, but not everybody's making money,
yeah.
and that's tough. I mean, in this economy, it's tough.
Oh yeah, for sure. I have this well, I wouldn't say it's a theory because I'm 100% sure it's true, but I guess it's a analysis that I made not too long ago, about how we are pretty much from young age taught this is the way of life,
Uh huh.
and a big one is school,
Hmm.
right? And the reason I say that is just for one example that I think it's big and it's a problem. I feel like is people taking work home. You know, you hear about it all the time. As a grown person, you go home and you talk about work. Oh fuck, where this happened at work and this
Hmm.
happened at work, whatever. But that shit's instilled in you from school
Yeah.
with homework.
Uh huh.
They give you work to take home.
Yeah.
They're doing that shit to you from when you're a kid.
I highly agree, and they could. It's like I have my own conspiracy theories,
Yeah,
like, and people say it's controversial,
Yeah.
and which it is. Um, but there's a lot of truth to it,
Yeah.
you know.
And I mean, necessary. I don't think. Well, shit. Maybe if it's a thing that they do on purpose, like
Yeah.
that's fucked,
No,
right?
I think it is. I'm the one to say it
Oh,
is. You
really?
know, like I'm the guy
Fuck.
that's. I have a lot of questions. You know,
Yeah.
um, I mean,
Yeah.
all the richest guys in the world, they didn't go to college. That
Yeah.
that's. I don't
Yeah.
think it's a coincidence. You know.
I can see where you're getting with that. Like probably like okay, they're gonna keep things because they work that way,
Uh huh.
and that's a set. It's a set system that works in their benefit already. So
Yeah.
why change it,
Yeah.
right? It would be hard, and for us to be like, you know what, fuck that, we're not doing that anymore. Fuck the school system. I mean, it's not gonna work.
No.
It's really not gonna work.
No.
So it is beneficial for them. I guess, like I said, I can see where it can be a controversy where it's like control of power or
Oh,
whatnot,
very.
thing.
You know, I talk about it with my clients because I already bite my tongue.
Yeah,
I realized myself as I got older.
yeah,
I start asking those questions.
yeah,
Um, like my theory is that um, like you go to school for 12 years and you don't know how to build credit or even buy
yeah.
a house.
Oh yeah,
You need that shit to live, man.
oh yeah. Well,
In the U.S.,
yes,
it's a
hundred
big
percent,
deal. It's a very big
hundred
deal. You
percent,
can't pull out a car,
of course.
rent an apartment, and
Oh, you can,
can
and they they take advantage of the fact that you're young and dumb,
yeah,
and just say, yeah, here you go,
yeah,
fuck your credit up.
yeah,
That way, we got you for the rest of
yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking,
And
it's
it's
pretty
crazy
bad.
how that shit's not a
Taught.
requirement
Yeah,
to
it
be
should
taught
be.
in school.
I agree
And
100%.
so my theory is that if everybody was so smart and knew how to become wealthy, this is my conspiracy theory. Um, who would do the dirty work, and who would go to war, or who would go do the jobs that people don't want to do, or
Hmm.
fast food and here and there, and the little jobs.
Yeah. I think that even if that was, I don't think it's such a bad thing.
Uh huh.
Like I think there still be people to do
Yeah.
those types of jobs, and the reason I say that is because fast food, teenagers can handle it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's something that you can
But
just say that's a starter job,
oh, of course,
and that's what it should be,
and it
honestly.
was my start too.
Yeah.
But my problem is like where we live in Montana.
Yeah.
My girl and I, we notice we're talking 60, 70-year olds stuck in fast food.
Oh
And it's
shit.
kind of, yeah, exactly. It's kind of,
Yeah.
and we feel bad. There's nothing wrong with it,
No.
but it's kind of sucks. You want more for those people. Like, can you imagine being stuck in that situation? You know, until you're 70, man.
But you don't. Well, I'm sure some of those people are not doing it for the money.
Uh huh. That
I'm
could be
sure some of
possible.
those, bro. I'm telling you straight up. And okay, so it's a thing that I want to do
Uh huh.
this year.
Uh huh.
At least one before the end of the year. I want to get a job,
Okay.
like a regular fucking job, like a gas station or something like that.
What's the reason?
I don't know. I want that
Uh
experience.
huh.
I've never had that experience.
Yeah.
I've never had it. Like straight up, my first job was working. I worked at a restaurant before,
Hmm.
but I was 13
Uh
and I
huh.
was just bussing tables. Like in the summer when I would go with my mom didn't have anyone to take care of us, so she would take us over there and she would have me bussing tables at
Hmm.
the restaurant that she worked at. So, but other than that, I worked at a call center doing surveys. That
Uh
was
huh.
probably the worst job I've ever had.
You hated it?
Bro, it was so ass. Like I would be sitting in front of a monitor, right?
Yeah.
And there was a phone, and it would just dial. The phone would dial on its own, random numbers, and you would read off of a screen. And we're doing surveys like for very many different companies, uh, M&M's, Coca-Cola, like Walmart, whatever. And we would go through a list of asking them questions. We couldn't go off script. Like whatever was there, that's what we
Like
had to
like
read.
almost robotic.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
was boring.
It was. it was horrible.
Yeah.
It was horrible. Yeah. So, but other than that, right after that, I joined the military,
Uh huh.
and then I got out of that, and I've done a bunch of like jobs at like you know at the refineries and whatnot out here and like sales, but never have I worked like those starter jobs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those starter jobs.
Yeah.
Whatever. So I think kind of like start to have that. Now I was telling my wife it would be pretty badass to like go into a place and then like when you watch a movie or like a show
Hmm.
and like you have that scene where the boss is being a dick and it's like, man, I would tell him to fuck off.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, maybe do something like that, but like for real, you know,
Yeah.
but obviously not to just anybody.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be a dickhead and then look for them to like for a reaction.
Yeah.
If it comes, and I'll just do it and I'll bounce out. It's like, bro, I rap cars. Like I'm all right.
Yeah.
I got a real job to go back home to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and what I mean by real job is I make pretty good money
Yeah.
doing this. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I thought about going back to maybe they're just kind of like lonely and bored or bored.
You know,
You know?
maybe I think my opinion, small percentage maybe. Some people
Yeah.
are blessed.
Yeah.
Like maybe me and you could go do that
Yeah.
as a side
yeah.
quest.
Yeah.
The sad reality is a lot of people are forced to go to work to pay
No. Yeah.
bills.
No. I agree. I agree.
And there's nothing wrong with those jobs.
No.
It
Of
builds
course not.
character.
Well, not only that, but we need them.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying it's unfortunate that a lot of people are stuck.
Yeah. At that age.
Stuck.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, there's people that go to college, and the college didn't do anything for them.
Yeah. Of course.
Had to go work those jobs.
Yeah.
So, and I know this because I speak to my clients
Yeah.
every single day.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So that's the only thing that makes me question school and
Yeah.
things
No,
like that.
I agree. No.
And I myself went to school.
Yeah.
My 2-year degree doesn't do nothing for me, but
I don't think like it's bad. It's just not for everybody.
Yeah.
And obviously, especially if like I think it should be necessary for like doctors and lawyers.
There you go.
And
that's what
engineers.
That's what I say too. Things with a strong purpose,
And I would say some engineers because there's
some questionable.
Yeah, exactly. Some things there like you don't need to know,
Yeah.
cultures of the world to be an engineer.
Exactly.
Like, come on,
I
man.
question all those things, man.
Yeah, I think that's obviously it's a rigged system. That's a rigged system that's just there to make money.
Exactly.
That's it.
I think so too.
There's a guy that came out. What is it called? So it's an online university, right? And this guy made they just launched it this year in August, or I'm sorry, last year in August, and he has a bunch of professors from like big universities do like online courses, right? They're the instructors for those courses, and he's trying to make it to where you can actually earn credits there, and you can actually earn, I'm sorry, a degree, right? But this is a complete like you want to be a physicist, you're gonna take these classes, and it's nothing to do with art history
there you go.
or none of that shit.
Yeah.
So I actually thought about signing up for that. Right now I'm going to school for paint, so I don't have the time. But once I finish with that, I might do that because I think that's pretty badass. Like, and bro, you have, world class professors doing
That's a
that
game
shit.
changer.
Like,
it's a game changer.
It's crazy, bro. And it was created by a professor that I forgot where he taught.
Yeah.
But at one of like these big schools, and he was, I guess, like kicked out or whatever for, I think it was like his political beliefs or whatnot, and he was like ousted pretty much.
Okay.
So he said, you know what, fuck this is not right. Like I'm gonna go, I don't know if he did it out of spite or whatever, but it's a pretty cool concept. And I guess there's a lot of wild shit going on, a lot of changes, man. If that happens, have you heard about the what is it called? Well, it pretty much is like the Olympics, but people can be on steroids and shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's these
It's a
guys.
new thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're gonna make this like they're gonna make like their own version of the Olympics, but they're like they won't have. Well, they will have testing to make sure that you're actually doing it in a healthy way,
Yeah.
right? That you're not gonna fucking have a heart attack in the middle of an event or
Uh huh.
whatnot. But they won't like if you do it, you do it.
Yeah.
You know, if hey, if you run the fastest, you know, whatever, and you did it because you were on roids, whatever. We're not, you know, they're not interested in that.
I
They're
don't.
just
I don't see
interested
a
in.
problem with it at all.
I don't see either.
Powerlifting.
Yeah,
Powerlifting. It's
exactly.
nothing new.
That would make it
Bodybuilding.
more. Yeah. So they're only. I think they're starting with like 5 sports only, and then they're
Yeah.
gonna go like they're gonna. It's kind of like their trial, and then from there they're gonna go up or
Yeah.
whatnot. But one of the sports that they are, I think they're gonna be implementing from the beginning is actually like MMA.
Yeah.
So I think that would be
And
pretty
and
fucking
and
crazy.
already like UFC,
Yeah,
there's shit that comes up all the time.
I know.
I think it's just a matter of not getting caught. It's not
Yeah.
like they're
Oh
all.
yeah, of
It's not like
course,
they're all
man.
innocent and not doing it already. You know.
Well, it's like it's that saying: if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. You
Exactly.
know. So
Exactly. So I think it's better just to say, hey, they're all on shit,
yeah,
but
exactly.
be on like and so we could see competition and to the max
More
effort.
competition,
Yeah.
obviously. Yeah, yeah,
Versus some guys are doing it already, but they're getting away with it.
yeah.
Now in this case, now it's fair game.
Exactly. And if you want to do it,
Yeah.
so that's the thing about that. Like those, fuck, what is it called? Something enhanced games
Yeah.
is what it's called.
Okay.
Enhanced games. Uh, it's like we're not telling you you have to do steroids to
Yeah.
come compete.
Yeah.
If you can come compete and be the fastest person in the world, fucking clean,
Yeah.
and you're beating out everybody else who's roided out, hey,
Yeah.
that's even more props to you for
Yeah.
you know.
But that's like bodybuilding. Like who's really up there competing without
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
you
Come
need
on,
shit, man.
let's be real.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I did this shit natural. Like, bro,
You're
come on,
doing
there ain't no fucking way.
supernatural, yeah, supernatural human shit that you're not supposed to do.
Yeah, this shit's crazy, bro. It's crazy. So, all right, you fall. Let me ask you this about your whole, and I really want to dig into the no tech thing,
Okay.
and I'll tell you why. If there wasn't, especially when I was growing up, such a big stigma, right, on males in like the
Like feminine,
cosmetic
yeah.
cosmetic area or whatever, I really think I would have gone to be a hairstylist, straight up,
Are you saying
like color.
it was frowned
Oh yeah, of
frowned
course, it
upon?
still
It
is.
still is.
It still is, but not as much as it was like when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And bro, that's what my wife does, and she specializes mainly in like color.
Uh-huh.
And like I can talk to you about colors and this and that, and she does some crazy shit with hair, like with dyes and stuff. She makes
It's
formulas
an
and
art
all
to
this,
it.
bro. It's crazy.
Damn.
But that's kind of like, man, it's like, man, I really want to do it, and I've been giving it some thought of actually going to do that.
Not a barber, but a
No,
hairstylist.
hairstylist.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Or even like makeup artist, like for real, like straight up. I'm telling you
Yeah.
straight up.
Where it's very, very rare for a dude to be in that, right?
Exactly. But and it's not because like whatever. It's the art in it is just so fucking crazy, bro. I think
Yeah.
and to me, I have respect for my wife for what she does. Like I think that shit's harder than what I do,
Yeah.
because if I fuck this up,
Take it off.
take it off and put
Yeah.
it back on. Like even if
Hair.
it was paint,
Yeah.
okay, I'll fucking repaint it. Hair on a person,
Yeah.
you fuck that up, like you burn it.
Yeah. It's like
Oh,
tattoos too.
that's fuck exactly.
Yeah.
Tattoos is another one. That's fucking crazy too.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, okay, what made you? It's a family thing, or
Yeah.
what drove you that way?
Well, my mom already did it
Uh huh.
all her life, pretty much. Um, my dad was a truck driver. Then he got into it when I got into it.
Okay.
And long story short, I mean, school wasn't working out. I was super lost. Um, I remember I was working at FedEx at a warehouse. Absolutely hated my life.
I
That
bet.
was like that one job that you hated.
Yeah.
Man, I hated it so bad, and I thought it was just fuck. And my life is just like school did nothing for me.
Yeah. Of course.
And so it was like, what did I have to lose? we knew that nails make money, but it was super super hard at first because just like I like how you brought that up. It's a feminine seen as a feminine thing.
Yeah.
To this day, like I think this week when we had a cookout, I had a kid that was following me. First question he asked me was like, "Hey, bro, are you really a nail tech?" I get
Yeah.
this shit so much.
Yeah.
Like
No, I'm
I get
sure. I'm
asked
sure.
so much, and yeah, when I first got into it, that was super super hard for me, man,
Yeah.
because I grew up like traditional,
Yeah.
gotta be manly or a man, at least,
Yeah.
So I was young and insecure, and I was
Yeah.
like, fuck, like this is gay,
Yeah.
you
But
know?
who got you into it? Like, was it something that you said, I'm gonna do it, or was your mom like, hey,
It was definitely me
it was
because
really?
look, in an Asian household,
Yeah.
there's very very high standards. I don't know if you know that, like the
Yeah.
stereotype, you got to be a doctor or a lawyer.
Bro, I was thinking of like, you ever seen that episode on Family Guy? Like he comes in, like the Asian guy, he comes into the room, he's like, hey, you doctor yet? And he's
Yeah,
like, no, he's like, don't talk to me to your doctor. Like,
yeah,
I don't know,
that's
I'm sorry.
basically it.
That's fuck,
That's a
yeah.
real thing. But I'm blessed enough to where my parents are reasonable
Yeah.
and they're not that crazy strict Asian parents.
That's
But
cool.
that's
That's good.
very much a real thing.
They were kind of breaking the cycle a little bit,
Yeah,
you would
yeah,
say?
yeah, definitely. And like they weren't happy about it that I want to be a nail tech. It's pretty much frowned upon
Yeah.
because
But they was there any pushback from them at all, or
no, because I think I was just they saw that I was so lost and
yeah.
like at least I picked something and do it,
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
get my shit together
They
a
were
little
just
bit.
happy you were doing something for
Yeah.
yourself.
hmm
What about the rest of your family?
Um,
Do you have a big family?
no, we're a small family.
So it's
I'm the oldest, two younger brothers. Middle one's a nurse now.
okay,
Um, and then the younger one's just 11.
got you.
Yeah.
But what about like cousins and stuff? How many, that's what I meant. Like, do you have a big family? Like, do you have a lot of cousins or and
No,
uncles and
very
aunts? Or
small. Like I only have one uncle.
oh shit,
Yeah,
god
very
damn.
small.
And oh okay, so it's not. Well, I mean, I'm trying to like, I guess, kind of like click there because bro, I have
Pretty big family.
overall I think I have 25 uncles and aunts.
God,
So
I couldn't even imagine
I
that.
have, yeah, you
Do you
probably
remember them all?
triple. Sometimes I forget, like straight up, like
That's
fuck, man. This
insane,
this is
man.
gonna sound bad, man. I can't even make this shit sound good. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I forget, and I don't mean to laugh, man, because this shit's so bad.
I don't
But
blame you.
sometimes I forget that some of them are dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like I'll be like, oh yeah, and then oh
Well,
shit,
that's a high
she
number,
passed
man. That's
away.
just
Yeah, it's yeah.
people talk about like I'll talk with my clients where they come from a household of 10 siblings,
Yeah.
and I'm always curious how that feels. Like I feel like a football team.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like
I'm sure.
there's
Yeah,
no
fuck
way in
yeah,
hell
bro.
you can get close to all 10. Like there has to be groups.
You think about that shit now? Like, how do you even feed that many kids?
Exactly.
How the fuck?
I don't know.
That's gotta be crazy. Well,
I wouldn't want to know.
if you think about it, if you got 10, you gotta like 5 rough years. Well, not really five. I would say probably like 8 rough years before one of them can start making money for you and helping you out around the house. And
Yeah.
now it's three, three doing the job, and eventually four, and then five, and
Yeah, I start
you know
stressing out picturing
that's
that.
fucking crazy.
One kid is more than enough right now.
Right?
I would
It's
struggle.
it's crazy, bro. Yeah, my respects to people who have kids, like just in general, honestly.
Yeah.
So there wasn't that much pushback. What about what you have grandparents?
Yeah, I do.
Like still alive, they're still alive and whatnot.
Uh, yeah.
At the time that you became a nail tech, all of your grandparents were still alive, or
Yeah.
they still?
Yeah.
And were you pretty close to them or no?
Mm, I wouldn't say close, but I wouldn't say distant either.
Yeah.
They knew I became a nail tech, and
How did they feel about it?
I didn't bother to ask or
Oh, they never expressed it.
exactly.
You never found out.
But I know where they stand.
Yeah, of course.
you know.
I'm sure
And I mean, I don't blame them either, but
they're very traditional.
yeah, like I'm sure like it was a bit of a disappointment maybe.
Yeah,
But I'm me, you know. Like I'm gonna
yeah,
do what I'm gonna do
yeah,
at the end of the day. And to me, it was never a big deal. I mean, I got my first paycheck, and
yeah.
it wasn't gay anymore.
Yeah.
That's
Hell
how I
yeah.
felt
Hell
about
yeah.
it.
Well, you can only say that, with so many things. In this case, yes, you can.
Yeah,
But
not everything, not everything.
right.
No, but
No, but so what about like in general? Like how did you feel? I'm sure like right now you're good with it, right?
yeah,
Somebody asks you and it's like, "Oh, I'm a nail tech, bro." Like
yeah,
whatever.
exactly,
What
exactly.
about when you first started? Like, would you like make shit up? Like, oh no, bro, I'm a manager at fucking.
um, I never lied about it,
Yeah,
just because I think I'm not the type of person to make shit up.
yeah,
I think it would bother me a bit,
yeah,
but I wasn't confident with it. Maybe I could say
yeah,
that, you know, maybe a little hesitant, or
yeah. But you always said it. You
I
always were
always
like,
said
"Hey,
it.
I'm a
I
nail
never had to
tech."
lie about it, but
Did you hesitate?
yeah. But as the years went by, the money went up. You
Yeah,
could say that shit confidently, you
yeah,
know.
exactly.
Because I mean, who cares what anybody thinks, you know?
Yeah,
As long as you're paying your bills,
hell yeah.
money
That's the way.
matters.
That's the way it should be.
Money matters at the end of the day, as long as you make your money,
Yeah.
you know.
To be honest with you, like I said, I wish I had that mentality, to be able to do like that. And it's not so much like it's my life dream.
Uh
I
huh.
just I have things that I've pursued things that I wanted to do,
Hmm.
not with the idea of I'm gonna do this forever, but I just want to do it and I want to get that experience and then just move on.
Yeah.
Whatever. So same thing. Like,
I still don't think it's too late for you, man.
oh no, no, no.
Hair makes money.
Yeah, I know.
Anything, trade makes money. Nails, and
Yeah,
there's a stereotype. There's a stereotype in nails that the average or the average male nail tech is more talented in
really.
the art. Yes, in the art, and it is true.
You think
It
really?
is true. Yep.
I thought maybe it was the other way around.
No, guys are meant to do nail, like not nails, but art.
Art, like
There's
actually,
yeah,
like designs and drawing
exactly,
and all that shit. You do
exactly.
that?
I don't do it. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I don't do it.
Yeah.
But
What's your thing in nails? Like, what do people come looking for you for? Like,
this sounds bad, but I am there to crank out sets and make money.
speed.
Yeah, speed. There's a stereotype in the nail industry that if you want to go make money, I saw this on TikTok the other day.
And you agreed with it.
Yeah, if you
Okay.
want to go make money, go work at an Asian salon. No bullshit. And
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been in this industry for a while, so what I observed is that being down here in the valley is 99% Hispanic.
Yes.
Anywhere else in the U.S., you're not gonna find a damn Hispanic nail salon. Like it's very rare.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
impossible, but
Yeah. Maybe like
but
in
I
Miami or
exactly.
something like
But
that.
and I don't know how it started, and I don't know if you're familiar with nail salons, but it's all Asian, bro.
Yeah, of
Not
course.
just Asian, but Vietnamese specifically.
Yeah.
I don't know how that started, but it did.
Yeah.
Um, but anyways, Hispanic nail techs are more talented
Really?
in
You think
art.
so?
In
Oh, in
art,
art.
like way better. But here's the difference: they take 2 to 3 hours on a set,
Yeah.
while the Asian nail techs aren't as talented. They're cranking shit out in 30 minutes
Yeah.
because we're there to make money.
Yeah. You're
Um,
not really worried about the whole art thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we do. No, I'm not. I take pride in my work. That's
No, of course. No,
not to
obviously
be
the
confused, you know.
yeah, no,
But at
you
the same time,
yeah.
balance, you
I
know.
get what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, you're worried obviously about getting the most sets done in a good way, as to
Yeah,
where someone who's being, an artist is only worried about their art, really.
perfection,
Yeah, which is cool. I think you would have to be like highly successful in that. You would need,
clientele.
well, not only that, but to actually know how to work that.
Yeah,
Bring your prices up
yeah,
slowly but surely. Like, make a name for yourself.
yep.
With the thing is like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna start charging. I don't know how much.
And most of those
But
are private. nail techs, you know, that you
Yeah.
go to at home, or
Yeah.
they make
Exactly.
money.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
But if we're talking average majority, and you want to, let's just say you want to jump in the nail industry,
Yeah.
man, that's really rough. You're gonna make more money going the faster route.
Yeah. No, I don't. I don't. Honestly, that's one thing that never really has caught my eye. Like I said, to me, like makeup and but I'm talking about like wild shit, like fucking special effects
Yeah,
and like something that worked maybe on a movie set or some
yeah,
shit. Or maybe for like those like crazy ass like festivals or whatever, like the parades and all that, like the fucking wild shit.
yeah.
Not like, oh yeah, for your wedding, like bro, nah.
No, yeah,
Like I want that really artistic stuff. Same
yeah,
thing with hair, not like a, oh, I want, no, I want like some fucking wild shit. You want a fucking crazy ass blue or whatever? Like,
yeah.
let's do that.
You want
Like,
to be in the art of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's what really like. There's a show on Netflix called I think it's Glow Up, or I think it's called Glow Up. Am I right, Perla? Yeah. I'm asking you because you're,
It's like
yeah,
makeup.
yeah, it's makeup.
Okay.
Um, well, they do like makeup and hair. Anyways, bro, I watch that shit like every fucking episode, every season. And my wife actually watched it. I think we're on the second season, and she watched it without me. Like she watched 1 or 2 episodes, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, I was trying. I wanted to watch that shit with you. Like, come on,
Yeah.
But it was like not because of that. Like, I wanted to actually watch it, and it's like I only watch TV with her.
Yeah.
That's it. So it's hard for me to say, oh, I'm gonna sit down and watch something, because if I have time the time to do that, I'm probably gonna be in here
Uh huh.
working. Um, so yeah, I was a little upset, but yeah, bro, like, but that shit had me, bro. I was like, yo, and I didn't even like the host. I fucking hated them, but it was like I wanted to see the art of it, the fucking process. I didn't care who got eliminated and all.
Uh
Well,
huh.
actually, no, I'm not gonna lie. That shit did kind of bother me in season 3, uh, anyways, yeah, bro, that shit like really catches my eye, like the artistic side of it. So I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. So there's obviously good money to be made in the industry.
Hmm.
Uh, have you ever had any crazy experiences? Like
Mm,
some wild, just wild shit happened to you with a client? Have
like
you ever?
like a bad experience.
Nah, I don't have to be bad. It can be just like,
Nothing crazy, really.
no.
No.
What
Once in
a
a while, you get a pain in the ass client.
Yeah, of course, I'm sure.
Um, but for the most part, I mean,
You never
everything's
had
pretty
like a
good.
client yell at you or anything like that?
Oh no. And it's funny how you say that you wanted to go work real, or a normal job, kind of,
Yeah,
so that you can experience those blow up moments.
yeah.
I wait for those on the daily. It never
Never
comes.
happened. It's like,
No.
fuck, not
I
today.
explain to my
X on the
clients.
calendar.
Yeah. Well, I explain to my clients. They always ask me, "Do you love your job?"
Yeah,
I mean, it's not my dream job. I'm going to be honest,
yeah,
but I'm highly, highly blessed with
yeah,
freedom with this job, because you're basically independent, man.
yeah,
As nail techs, we're very, very spoiled. You can pick your shit up and go if you want. You can. I'm off when I want.
yeah,
I work when I want, kind of, and you basically don't got to deal with any client that you don't want to deal with. And
yeah,
half the time, we're we're united as nail techs.
yeah,
It's not like working corporate, Walmart, or something where customer's always right. No,
yeah,
customer's not always right in this, man.
yeah,
I'm sure with barber and hair too.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, I think. Well, I mean, that's. I feel that that's the way that it should be,
Yeah.
and we are in a time that doesn't need to be the standard anymore.
Yeah.
Like, we can just like protect your employees.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm.
worry about them being good, being all right. Not the customer. Hey, you got plenty of fucking customers. Like, that's gonna happen. You're gonna deal with a customer. What? Even if they were a daily customer,
Yeah.
right? It's for those however long, you know, for however many times a week, an employee is gonna be there,
Oh yeah.
you know,
Exactly.
for hours and hours and hours. So that, cause you can afford losing that fucking customer.
Yeah.
That employee is the one that's gonna make you the real
And
money.
working this job, I realized that there's a lot of weird people, man,
Oh no, that's for sure.
that are like, I'm weird, but it made me realize, damn, I'm pretty normal.
Well,
I don't
everyone's
know if,
weird in their own way,
yeah, like,
right?
I don't know if you, I'm sure you've had pain in the ass clients too,
Oh
you know, that
hell
are,
yeah! Look, hey, nah, I'm just kidding.
yeah,
I'm not gonna name them. I'm not gonna name. Nah.
but
I'm not gonna name
a
them. But
lot of
yeah,
people just aren't reasonable, and I would go as far as saying they're not right, man. Like,
yeah,
some people are, and that's just, I guess that's just human, you know.
bro.
It's just human.
I've had some pretty bad experiences.
Yeah. And what's funny is, before they sit down, man, as soon as they sit down, we all know if they're normal or not, if they're off,
Yeah,
or if this shit's about to be a pain in the ass.
yeah,
Like, so I see shit like that, and you're working with a lot of females, man.
yeah,
So it's a lot of hormones, you know, a lot of emotions,
yeah.
you know. So
Well, I'm not gonna get into
that's a bit. See,
that.
that's a controversial shit, but
Right.
yeah,
No, yeah. I bet I ain't trying to get it canceled before
yeah.
I ain't even gotten
See, I
started
say
yet,
shit
bro.
like
Come
that.
on.
I'll tell my clients like that, and they laugh because
No, it's
there's
true,
there's
man.
a bit of truth to
No,
it, you
it's true.
know.
It's
And
true, and someone needs to say it.
yeah,
Someone needs to say it for real.
yeah. I'm the asshole that says it, but
No, but so I actually had my wife told me about last time she went to go get her nails done. Some chick was in there like just going off on her nail tech, like
yeah,
and on everybody, like, hey, this shit better be done in fucking this time and this, and I was like, God damn. She's like, man, I was biting my tongue the whole time, but she's like, I
yeah,
felt sorry for the poor girl that was doing her nails, just having to deal with their shit like the whole time. It's like,
yeah,
bro, if you're gonna have a shit day like that, like, just stay home.
yeah.
Why make somebody else miserable? Like, come on.
That's the one thing I'll explain about Montana. People are so nice. That
Yeah,
shit never happens, man.
really.
That'll happen in certain areas of the world,
Yeah,
in the U.S., right?
yeah, I believe so.
More,
The culture
more,
has a lot to do with it.
exactly. Culture,
Yeah,
more attitude in certain areas, right?
yeah,
Montana people are so nice. You can fuck up their nails and they won't say nothing about it. They just won't come back.
yeah.
You do that in a certain right area,
Oh yeah,
you might get in a
yeah. They
fight.
might they might be waiting for you outside. Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah. Fuck that.
Yep.
That's crazy. But you personally have never had a bad experience like that.
No.
That's good, man.
I've had customers not happy, you know. In the beginning when I first started, it was rough. Everybody fucks up.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Barber, I'm sure too. A lot
Yeah,
of fucked up haircuts, and so it's just little shit like that, but nothing dramatic.
yeah.
You know, nothing dramatic. I've had clients where I just get up and like, I'm not doing her.
Damn,
Like,
for real.
you get that freedom, yeah.
Damn,
And
shit.
in Montana, I haven't had to pull that yet.
You've done that here though?
Oh, dude, I do a fuck ton down here.
Really?
When I was down here, man, I'm like, I ain't doing this one.
So what was their reaction to that?
Their reaction,
Yeah.
I mean, not much. I mean, it's an awkward situation,
Yeah.
right, for both parties.
But usually they would stay and get it done by somebody else or what?
Yeah,
Damn, that's
yeah.
crazy. I don't know how I
And
feel
and
yet.
and and I, the first few, it's personal, kind of.
Yeah.
But as the years go by, you're like, fuck it, like, it is what it is.
You just don't want. Yeah.
You
I'm
can't
just
make
trying to
everyone happy.
imagine. I'm trying to imagine pulling up to like Olive Garden
Yeah,
and like sitting down and
yeah,
waiter coming over is like, oh no, never mind. Hey, I'm not gonna serve that.
yeah.
Like, bro, what the fuck? Come
That's
on,
the
man.
that's the one freedom that with this job
Yeah,
that I talk about,
that's cool. That's
where you
badass.
don't have, because it all goes back to not everybody's normal, or
Yeah, for sure.
some people are very unreasonable, unrealistic,
Yeah,
and like, yeah,
that's badass though. That's being able to have that. Um, I'm sure it's like I can relate to it to a certain extent now, where I can kind of like pick and choose
yeah,
the projects that I do.
yeah,
And that's one of the things that I'm trying to like push more this year is like just kind of picking the projects. And
hmm
it's not like I don't like you. I'm not gonna do your car. It's more like you know what? I already know it's gonna be more of a hassle, and I'm blessed enough to be able to to turn down a customer. That's the thing. It's like I feel like that's when you know you made it, when you can turn down work.
yeah.
When you can say, because there was plenty of times in the beginning where it's like, fuck,
You got to take
I
it.
gotta take it.
Yeah,
I gotta take it. I gotta take it, and I gotta take it. And I would say every time too, this is the last time. This is the last time. But then I would find myself in a situation where it's like, I need the money.
yeah,
I
yeah,
gotta take it. I can't just do that. I can't give myself the luxury to do that.
And what was like? How could you tell like fuck this is not gonna be a fun time? Is it the person most of the time, or is it the project itself being a pain in the ass?
Both,
Both.
both, yeah. So I learned to read people fairly. I would say fairly quick. I learned to kind of read like, oh, even to the point like even just messages.
Uh huh.
Depending on what their leading question
Yeah.
was or their fault, like their very next question is like, this is not gonna make me a sell.
See, yeah,
I am wasting my time,
yeah.
so I'm just gonna go straight to the point. I'm gonna be as dry as I can,
There you go.
and if they're really interested, then they're gonna keep going with
There you
it.
go.
If they're not, like, and it took me a while to figure it out,
Uh huh.
but I got to the point where it's like, okay, if I lose a sale because I didn't pamper somebody,
Uh huh.
I could give a fuck less. Like, I'm not here to pamper nobody.
Yep.
Like, hey, if you want to get it done, you want to get it done. If
Yeah.
you don't, then so be it. I got plenty of. I got a. Fortunately, I'm at the point now where it's like I got a waiting list.
Yeah.
And it's like
Yeah. You
get
work.
in the line
Yeah.
or fucking just go somewhere else. It's all good. It's
Hmm.
all good. Uh, I've been, like I said, very fortunate in that aspect. Um, so, but yeah, no, there earlier on it was really more of the vehicles though. I would
Okay.
get like cars that had like really shitty paint or like I already like they were
Needs
fucking
body work.
halfway. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And it's like,
Yeah.
fuck,
You know that
man.
shit will peel if you don't
Like, hopefully it
prep it.
don't, but I'm pretty sure it will. But I'm gonna fucking take the chance.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's bro. I've the amount of times I've lost money is fucking crazy.
Oh, like you went. You didn't make money
Oh,
on
bro,
the on.
I'm telling you, the amount of times I've lost money is crazy because my mentality was I want the customer to be happy.
Yeah.
If I have to get them a whole new fucking roll of something different, I'll get it.
Uh
Fuck
huh.
it. I'll lose money, but I'll do it.
Has that changed?
Oh yeah. I don't do that shit no
You
more.
can't.
I don't play that shit no
You
more.
can't survive off of
Hell
you know.
nah.
No.
No, hell no. But I made a name for myself.
Yeah. You did.
I'm
You did the hard shit.
yeah,
You grind it
yeah,
out.
exactly, man. And like I said, now I'm at the point where I got a fucking waiting list, and
Yeah.
a lot of people aren't willing to wait, which is cool. But most are. Like I've gotten, bro. So last year I think it was like mid June or July, I can't remember. I got to a point where it was like my schedule's fucked.
Uh huh.
Like there's no way I'm gonna be able to meet all of these dates. So I took a chance. I said, you know what? Let it be whatever it's gonna be. It's whatever. And so I called every customer that I had in line at that time, and I said, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna handle this by dates no more. I have to handle it by spots. I'm gonna give you a number. That's your number
Yeah.
in line. Like if you're not cool with it, that's fine. I really want to do your job because I did every project that I had,
Yeah.
there I wanted to do. But if you don't, that's fine. Come pick up your material, and like it's all good. Like no hard
Yeah.
feelings. Um, every single one of them is like, nah, I want you to do it. That feeling is fucking crazy, bro. That was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
To me, it's like, bro, I thought about it so long, and I was just like, fuck, and I was like, man, I
You're
gotta tell
stressed. You're stressed.
it. Yeah, I was stressing out about
Losing.
communicating this
Yeah.
to them. The first one though, that was like, oh shit, and it was so like, I think I just overthought it too much,
Yeah.
and I overstressed out about it. It was so like nonchalant, like, okay, yeah, no worries. Oh shit,
Hmm.
okay, and then boom, the next one, and like at the end of the day, bro, I shit you not, I don't do this shit. I don't know why it happened, but I did like a happy dance, bro, like straight up in here. Like I was like, yo, I made it.
Yeah.
I made it to the point where people are willing to fucking wait like that. So
That's a good ass feeling when you
it's
know your
yeah,
hard work paid off.
yeah, bro. So it's like it was pretty cool. I like it. I like to get to that point. Like I said, there was a lot of bad like projects that brought me bad experiences
Yeah.
along the way. Not just because of the vehicle, sometimes because of the way that the customer was.
But those were necessary. Those are
Yeah,
all necessary, right?
of course. Yeah, I don't think you can really grow without, like, eventually you're gonna run into it.
Yeah.
Is what it is, really. That's just the nature, especially. And I'm not gonna say in this area. I'm sure every area has their issues in their own ways.
Yeah.
In this area, unfortunately, that's what the issue is.
Yeah.
Is that, like, people having unreal expectations or unreal, like, bro, I remember giving a low ass price plenty of times on wraps, and I was like, oh man, I can just get it painted for that much. It's like, bro, then what the fuck are you doing? Like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah.
you really thought? Like, what did you think?
Yeah.
Where did you? Sometimes I would ask myself, where did people get that idea?
Yeah.
Like, did they read up on? They couldn't have
No.
you know what I'm saying?
They want to
There's
wrap for $500,
they
material and
exactly.
everything.
It's like, where do they get the idea that you can get a car wrap for like $800?
This is a hard question. Do you think it has something to do with environment? Where you're at, area. Or do you think weird shit would like shit like that, unrealistic expectations would happen in the bigger cities? Dallas,
Yes,
Houston. You
I
think
think.
there's weird people everywhere?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I think so. I think so. And that's why I'm saying, well, and because I think that
Yeah.
is that I don't understand how they come to that conclusion.
Uh huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
especially the ones that send me, oh yeah, I want to get it wrapped in this,
Uh huh.
right? And it has the fucking price of the roll there.
Yeah.
It's like a $600-700 price for a roll. It's like, bro, you think I'm gonna wrap your car for $100?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even do it like just laying out the sheets, no cut or not. Like, no, that's
Yeah.
not worth my fucking time.
What's your average demographic, like age client
20 to
customer?
25.
Well, there's a problem.
20 to 25.
I think there's a
Yeah,
problem, man.
yeah, I think so.
A lot
Yeah,
of lot of immaturity. Those are kids basically, and
yes, I
not very
agree.
fucking bright.
Well, you know what? I will say this though,
Yeah.
and I'm surprised every time when I get a kid in here that is, and I consider still a kid, like 22, 23,
Yeah.
and they got like a nice ride.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'll ask sometimes, like, this yours? Like,
Yeah.
you make the payments and shit?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, oh shit. Especially when they're like modified and
Uh
shit.
huh.
It's like,
Yeah.
yo, my respects to them, that are able to do that
Hmm.
and still, like, live. It doesn't, like, their cars don't look like they're living in them.
Yeah.
So obviously they fucking live somewhere.
Yeah.
So, it's that's badass, man. And that's one of the things that I like about doing what I do, because I run into people like that to that I consider like that's some sort of success,
Hmm.
and that just motivates me to just keep going, to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm, you know, nearing my 40s, and I still haven't figured out what I want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And but you got kids, like I said, bro. I wasn't driving that. I
Hmm.
wasn't driving at that age, not even remotely close to that.
Yeah.
No, like, no, at all. Uh, but you got, these kids that are doing that, which is badass.
That
It's
inspires
cool.
you.
Hell yeah, man. So like this right here, what we're doing,
Uh huh.
right? The people that I sponsor,
Yeah.
I consider them to be each and every one of them to be successful. Like successful people that are driven.
Hmm.
And the reason I say that is because they have like motivation, like they have a goal, at least one.
Hmm.
What they do in their professional life or whatever, it's whatever. But they have their car,
Yeah.
and it's a nice car.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They have that drive to do it, and it's like I was telling you about. You when you were young, and you had the Honda, and you posted on there saying, "Hey, it's gonna have this and that," and then boom, you fast forward, and you did it.
Yeah.
You didn't just say it; you actually did it.
Yeah.
So when I see that, and like I see it in the people that I sponsor, is that, that's badass. Like, they're dedicated to that one thing.
Hmm.
Um, I guess for me, it's kind of like I switch around on what I. This is the job that I've done for the longest,
Okay.
other than what I did in the military. But that was kind of like I didn't really have that much of a choice, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But after getting out, like I would get bored. I would get bored. I would get bored.
With jobs.
Exactly.
Uh
Yeah,
huh.
I would get bored, and nothing. I'm fortunate enough to be like a fast learner in
Uh huh.
things. Like I fucking pick up on things like really quick. So I get bored very quick. That's
Yeah.
the problem. With this, it's like it's very different. And it's not just the rapping aspect of it. It's like the dealing with people like that. Like it makes it worth it.
Yeah.
Like, dealing with a shitty customer, man, that's, it's whatever. But you deal with like once you get to that, young successful person, it's like, oh shit, that's, that's the motivation that kind of like keeps me going and
Hmm.
hasn't made me question continuing to do this at all. The only thing that has is paint. Now
Hmm.
that I'm starting to do paint, it's like fuck, I want to dedicate more time to that because this is art in its own way, right? But I feel like paint, like custom paint, that's a whole different monster.
Uh huh.
You know, you can get anybody. You can get anybody to
Rap.
rap.
Hmm. Learn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. To learn, and I'm not
Not
saying
everybody can paint.
anybody.
Not everybody can
I'm
paint.
not saying anybody, but
Yeah.
what I'm saying is there's a lot of people that have the ability to learn how to
Yeah.
rap.
Paint's a whole game, different game.
There's a lot of people that you can teach how to paint.
Uh huh.
What you can't teach is creation. You can't teach somebody how to create something,
Yeah.
how to put their ideas onto a surface. That's like you can't do that.
Hmm.
So with raps, you're limited on what you can do creative wise.
Okay.
Paint, it's like, bro, it opens up a ton of different doors. So that's the only thing that has made me thought of slowing down. I
Yeah.
don't think I'm gonna quit. I'm just gonna slow it down so I can concentrate on doing paint
Hmm.
more. But
There's a
yeah,
there's a strong demand for it in the valley too.
yeah, yeah. Well, to a certain extent, it's growing more. I feel like
Yeah.
it's growing more. But the problem is, once again, the culture and not people not really knowing the value of things.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I know about my paint experiences.
yeah. Well, we're not. Let's not get into
Not so
that. We're
pleasant.
not gonna get into that. No.
I thought this is what this is for.
Nah, 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 nah. Nah, because look, I'm gonna tell you why. We're not gonna stop.
Yeah.
There's not gonna be an end to that.
Yeah.
There like
All I'm saying is, I'm not shooting shots or
nah.
anything.
Just say it, yeah.
I'm just saying, I haven't been able to find one person I could call to paint something for me,
Yeah,
and not worry about it,
yeah,
or confidently
yeah,
trust somebody. I think. I mean, I trust you with my raps, so why would
yeah.
I not trust you with my paint? It's all with your work ethic
Hell
and
yeah.
and how you take pride in your work, which you would think is common, but it's
It's
not
not,
common, man.
unfortunately.
It's not common.
What's crazy is fuck. Now that we're getting into this, is that what's crazy about it is that despite the I guess you can say bad experiences, right, or the bad whatever
Yeah,
job or work or whatever, you see people continuing to have
which
work
is crazy.
regardless,
Which is crazy, man.
right?
And this is
What do you think it is?
this is like nails too
Uh
in
huh.
Montana.
Yeah.
They're like, this is your game, right, or your thing.
Yeah.
Cars, rap, paint. My thing is nails.
Yeah.
And even though I say it's not my dream job, I take pride in my work. I look at nails like, all right, this set is good. This set is shit. There's a lot of shit work, man, in
Yeah.
nails. And you'd be surprised their doors are still open
Yeah.
constantly.
What do you think it is? You think maybe
Demand,
sometimes they do good nails and sometimes they don't?
demand is so strong.
Yeah. It
Supply and
don't matter,
demand, man.
right?
It doesn't matter. People need it.
Yeah.
You know.
I think once I realized that, it kind of like I was so scared for a long time of doing like the I'm not going to say the reason that I did things the way that I did them, was to make sure that I didn't get burned.
Yeah.
But that was always in the back of my mind. I
Uh-huh.
don't want to get burned on social media. Like I don't, because if I do, that's the end of me.
It
Like
is.
but then I learned that it's not though.
Yeah.
Because like you said, like
They
people have gotten bad reviews and have
still returning.
and
Yeah.
they still have customers coming in.
Yeah. The demand is just
So
so strong, man.
yeah, I guess
So
so.
what I tell my clients is, I even tell my clients, if you open up, if you want to make money and you have money to invest, open up a damn salon in Montana
Yeah.
and do good work. People are making money doing shitty work. Can you imagine doing good work?
Yeah.
Same thing for paint.
So
Same thing for paint.
that's kind of like the way that I felt about wraps, and I was like, I looked at it as a long term investment.
Yeah.
To where it's like, okay, yeah, I might be slower, yeah, you know, whatever.
There's a lot of
But
competition at the time, right?
and there's still actually even more so now.
Yeah.
Luckily, I was able to kind of separate myself from that to where now it's like I'm not really worried about it.
Yeah.
Especially now that I'm traveling.
Uh-huh.
Because I can easily go and make more money in anywhere outside of the valley.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that people are not willing to pay that here,
Uh-huh.
but it's a lot less people that are willing to pay that here.
Oh, of course.
And up there, it's like, okay, that's it. Like those sales are quick sales.
Yeah.
This next week, actually, I'm going to Katy. I got one project in Katy and 2 in Fort Worth that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be out of the house for a week.
Mm-hmm.
But one of them in Fort Worth I closed in November. The other 2 I closed 2 days ago, and it was like back to back. They asked me about it, bro. That sale didn't take long at all. It was made like quick. So I was like, oh shit, it's badass, but not a lot. Like I said, not a lot of people here are willing to do that. I will say though, and I'm gonna get into like the next subject is I had a kid last week, no, 2 weeks ago, give me like the most generous tip I've ever fucking gotten.
Really?
And it was a kid, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like, so he paid me, right? He sent it to me through Zelle, and he's like, all right, how much was it? And I gave him the balance. He's like, okay, boom, and he's like, that much. And I'm like, nah, bro, you got an extra $400 on there.
Yeah.
He's like, no, you good? I was like, I mean, hey, if you want to do it, then I appreciate that, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, just like that. To me, I was like, damn. And it's like, like that shit hit me hard, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, oh shit. I'm not saying that people that don't tip are not appreciative of it, but for someone to be that appreciative
No, it's a
of it,
damn good feeling.
bro, that's like some people's fucking 2-week paycheck.
Oh yeah. That was my work experience. First day in Montana, man.
Yeah.
It was like work is easier.
Yeah.
More money. And I'm getting a shit ton of tips. I'm talking about like $20 a client, like 20, 40. It would throw me off. Like I didn't know how to react.
How do you feel about tipping? Like you yourself?
Like in what kind of tips? You know,
just
like
in general.
Food, hair.
Just in general. So I feel like this is what I was gonna get into is
this one's a controversial.
I'm sure. Well, American culture.
Yeah.
That's a thing. Like you tip. That's an American thing.
Oh yeah.
Nowadays, it's a lot more common outside of the United States because of social media and all of that. But I remember being a kid, like in Mexico, that shit wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
You wouldn't fucking tip. Like
and I'll tell you, in the valley, it's still very much not a thing.
Yeah, you think
so?
At
least as a nail tech.
Yeah.
Or at least my age group that I hang around with, and I'll go eat, and it's one of those things where it was a culture shock because we were raised, it's fucking second nature to tip.
Yeah.
When you go eat. Yeah. In the big cities, growing up in Dallas, when I got down here and I saw that people didn't tip, it threw me off. Like I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
And like I think a lot of people don't understand when you work and your income heavily depends on tip. Um, I mean, you're not gonna be happy about it if you don't get tipped.
Yeah.
It's just natural human nature.
Oh, of course. It's like
But
not getting
then
a Christmas present, right?
exactly, but over time, I learned to not take it personal. Like I didn't care no more
Yeah.
and I didn't blame people either because the environment. If they weren't raised to tip, then how would they know to tip?
Yeah.
So
Correct.
so I got wiser and I understood that.
Yeah.
So I look at tip as a just a bonus.
Yeah.
It's not expected.
Yeah. You don't ever expect them to.
Exactly. But I myself, I hold a standard to myself. When I go eat, even when I get shit service, I'm still tipping
Yeah. I'm the same way.
something.
Yeah.
$5, something.
Yeah. I'm the same way.
Because I know like maybe hey, they're having a shit day. I have shit days
Exactly.
too, man. So
Exactly.
I know a lot of people. I see on social media all the time this subject. People argue about it,
Yeah.
and I'll see the perspective where people are saying, "Well, if you want tips, or you shouldn't expect a tip, you should go get another
Get
job."
a different job. Yeah.
Exactly, and I don't agree with it
Yeah.
because, man, not everybody's blessed.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
I kind of have mixed feelings about that because one thing is like, okay, it's okay to be upset about it,
yeah,
but I kind of agree with if you're not liking that, just go get a fucking different job.
yeah, yeah,
You don't bitch about it on social media.
yeah,
Just do something about it.
yeah.
That's not going to solve your problems.
Uh
But
huh.
on the flip, though, I do, especially in food service,
Yeah,
I can have shitty service, and I'm at least tipping $5.
yeah. That's how I am.
That's like to me, that's like the beginning.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, One is because well, my mom she was a waitress for a long time,
Okay.
and I completely understand like I guess how that is. I would hear her complaining
Uh huh.
about customers,
Yeah,
about things that she had to go through,
yeah.
and it's like fuck, man, you don't want your parent to go through that,
That's
you
how
know?
I look at things because that's somebody's mom,
Exactly.
somebody's dad.
Yeah.
That could be your parents.
Yeah.
That's how I look
Exactly.
at things.
And the other thing is like you said, maybe that's not them. They're just maybe they have a shitty manager,
Yeah.
and I mean, I'm sure you've been in that situation. I know for a fact I've been in that situation
Oh
where it's
yeah.
like you can be a great worker or whatever, but you have somebody shitty that's leading you, and it's like, bro, that doesn't make you want to do shit.
Yeah. Oh
So
yeah. I've had shit days, man, when I go to work and I don't want to work.
yeah,
So I know how it feels.
yeah. So I
So
mean, that like I said, that's why I give them the benefit of the doubt.
yeah, exactly.
I'm like, man, they're just probably having a bad day. So yeah, they didn't give me a good service, but here's the $5.
Yeah.
There you go. Like, at least you got something.
Yeah. I'll tell
But
you, majority of humans they probably won't tip
yeah, I would agree probably.
because people are quick to um take it for what it is.
Yeah.
Assume or
Well, and I think what we were talking about earlier kind of ties into that with the whole like customers always right.
yeah,
So people go in there
exactly.
with the mentality of, oh, I'm a king.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You
I talk
know.
to my clients that are waiters, and I'm always curious,
Yeah.
and I ask them, hey, like, you guys have shit experiences, and like I know female bartenders and waitresses. That's a lot of like pervert motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, bro.
And
Yeah,
I
that's a
don't
bad one
understand
right
that
there.
perspective because I've never done shit like that.
Yeah.
But like I didn't know shit like that exists.
Oh, bro.
Like my girl, like we go to the gym together, and she'll tell me how a lot of dudes will stare.
Yeah.
I It doesn't register with me because I don't stare at anybody,
Yeah.
or like I don't get it as being a woman,
Yeah.
and so that opens my perspective.
Yeah, that's why they got a lot of gyms have like their little
The little room, private
yeah,
room,
and it's
yeah,
understandable, man.
yeah,
It's understandable. I've had a lot of so especially when I do like hood wraps or roof wraps, whatever. When I have clients in here just waiting, like I like to talk and conversate and like get to find out, and the amount of times I've heard, um, the female clients talk about, oh yeah, like this and that, having to deal with all that
yeah,
shit. It sucks, bro, and once again going back to it's like people don't understand that's somebody's daughter, that's somebody's sister, that's somebody's,
Yeah.
wife maybe. And it's like, bro, you really want that shit to be done to yours?
Oh
Like
yeah.
you'd be cool with that? Like, come on, man. Like why go to that extent?
Yeah.
And especially that's especially bad in social media,
Yeah.
because that's when people get really brave,
Oh yeah.
and the stupid comments come out, and it's like,
Yeah.
bro, like I get you, I get it. Like you want to be funny, I
Hmm.
got you. But everything has their limits,
Hmm.
man. Everything has their limits, and I've seen it, with people that I follow, that they'll go live, or they'll post something, and they'll get some like rude ass comments, and like I'm saying rude,
Yeah.
like nasty ass comments. It's like, bro, why? Like, what do you want? Like, why would you do that?
It all goes back to people are weird, man.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
social media will show you how weird people are.
Yeah, no, that's for sure.
My content, my viral videos, and we're talking grown men, man. We're talking like guys older than you.
Yeah,
You know, have the time of the day to go type some weird shit out and hateful comments, and
that's fucking
I
crazy.
laugh at it. I used to get triggered.
Yeah,
Now I laugh at it because, man, I know what I'm doing when I'm fucking 40. And I'm not doing that.
yeah,
I'm busy making money or something, or
yeah,
doing something better than fucking typing on the internet.
yeah.
That's
Or maybe typing on the internet for yourself, and that's it.
Yeah,
That's. But yeah, no,
yeah.
I get
But
what you're saying.
typing like hating, hating on
Yeah,
other people, like you gotta be that miserable. Gotta be miserable to be doing that,
yeah,
because
man. I don't know. I've I've seen a lot of it, and I've thought about like my intrusive thought is like, I'll fucking reply to this person, like not necessarily towards me. I think I've been very fortunate and not really had anything.
not towards you.
Nah,
Yeah.
yeah, actually, I don't think I've ever had anything towards me. There was one that I did reply to, but it was because they were saying something about Brian,
Uh huh.
and I was like, bro, like don't. That's like my little brother.
That
Like
shit hit, huh?
you're not gonna get into that. Like, come on, man.
Just wait until you
So
blow up. That's when, like,
yeah, well,
that's
I'm
the
sure.
validation. Like, you
Yeah,
really, really made it. Like, you're big then.
yeah. When motherfuckers are talking shit,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know if to be quite honest with you, I'm not really looking towards that. Like that's not my end goal.
Uh
Like
huh.
right now, I think I'm set.
You're
Like
happy.
I'm happy. I'm more than content
There you
with
go.
what I have.
Yeah.
This that I'm doing is kind of really more for the people that want to get to know you.
Uh huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then just because we can have this conversation,
Hmm.
like you and I can just have this conversation without recording or anything
Yeah.
like that. But there's a lot of people that follow you
Hmm.
that I'm sure would love to be in this chair right now
Uh huh.
having this conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And bro, I've seen it. I've seen it, and I've described you. Um, when I first met you, or when I first saw you, or whatever. Pulling up to meets and shit, and people just stopping what the fuck they were doing and going over to where you were at. And I was like, damn,
You
that's
saw
fucking
that as
crazy.
you seen that in third person.
Well, what do you mean?
Like you seen that third person, like, perspective.
As far as like for me,
Yeah. Like
nah. Well, not to that extent, bro.
uh
Like
huh.
that's what I'm saying. Like, uh, when I describe you, is like that scene from Fast and the Furious when fucking Toretto pulls up, and it's like everyone just stops what the fuck they're doing and they go over there. It's like that's who this guy is to the car scene here,
Hmm.
and I think that's I mean pretty cool, but I don't know if I would really want to get to that point or whatnot. But what I'm trying to say is that all of those people that are doing that is for something. It's like
Yeah.
they follow you, they I guess appreciate you to a certain extent, or
Hmm.
under certain circumstances or whatnot. And and that's why I'm doing this. Is like it's kind of like more for them, to get them an inside look at Chris, like where
Yeah.
you come from, what you do outside of what you can find on
Yeah.
social media. And I want to keep doing it, with many other people that are in the car scene.
Uh huh.
Maybe sometimes some people outside of the car scene,
Yeah.
that I can maybe get in to sit them down and and get people to find out who you really are, because
Hmm.
it could be it could be inspiring to see a 25-year-old having what they have, being successful or whatnot.
Hmm.
But I think really knowing where they come from kind of drives that inspiration even
More
further.
relatable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It kind of like
You see
paves
a
the road.
possible.
Exactly. You see
Yeah.
that it's actually possible. That it's not
Yeah.
like you were born into a rich family
Oh
or
yeah.
anything like that.
Yeah.
It was like you work towards
Yeah.
towards what you have and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I do plan on continuing to do that.
Hmm.
But like I said, it's not with the end goal of, oh, I want to get
Yeah.
famous. I want to fucking I want to be interviewing, I don't know, The Rock or some shit like that. Like, nah, that's not where I see myself. I just want to, like, I don't really plan on making any sort of money out of this at all. It's just
Hmm.
like a hobby. I'm treating it more like a hobby, if
For
anything.
the love of it.
Exactly. Now, if it becomes a thing
Yeah.
and it gets successful and it kicks off and it's badass, then hey, fuck. I mean, I didn't plan to get as big as I got with vinyl,
Yeah.
and I'm going with it, and I think paint is the one thing that I can say that I see myself being really good at. Like, I see myself being very successful in the future.
Hmm.
Obviously, right now I'm still starting. I can't,
Yeah.
be like, oh, I'm the fucking shit. And, a lot of people have that mentality
Oh
when
yeah.
they ain't.
Oh yeah.
But
Um.
I can't. Yeah, I can't do that. But I can guarantee you this: I will be a name in the paint, like in the paint industry, and I'm not talking about local.
Hmm.
I'm talking about people are gonna know me for what I do. And that's just the thing that I being in like in the art industry has always been like one of my end goals. And if I can make money off of my creativity, bro, like, that's it. Like I said, I got it made here with this.
Uh-huh.
I got it made. I can just do this for the rest of my, I'll probably not the rest of my life, right? But for the
Long
next
time.
10,
Yeah.
15 years and then be set, for the rest of my life for real.
Hmm.
Um, but that's not what I want. What I want is to show my creativity, to make a signature in that industry specifically. Now that I've actually, you know,
Yeah.
um, learned the ins and outs, or I am starting to learn the ins and outs of that. But yeah, bro, no, like I said, I mean, shit, if this shit kicks off and it becomes, hey, fuck, I'll get a better table. I'll get some real mics and all that. Like,
Some
I'll get
marble
an,
floors.
yeah, I don't know about
Mm.
all that, bro, but just equipment. I was actually looking at getting like a wooden table and maybe wrapping it,
Yeah.
make it look nice or whatnot. But like I said, I'm treating it more like a hobby. If it happens, great. And if it doesn't, hey, at the end of the day, at least I get a good conversation out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's,
I think that's the right way to do things.
yeah,
And half the time, that's how things take off.
yeah,
When
and
you shoot so high and you have high hopes,
yeah,
that's when shit can suck.
yeah.
When it doesn't go.
Well, and the other thing is I have that, I would say, luxury
Yeah.
of being able to, if it works out, like to be able to wait it out,
Yeah.
if it works out, or because I make good money doing what I
Yeah.
do. Um, and I think a lot of people get discouraged,
Hmm.
you know. I mean, I can give you the best example, detailers. How many detailers in 1 year do we see come up? Like, people offering detail services, and then they're gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then the next year, same thing happens, and it keeps happening. It keeps happening. It's like people don't realize that you have to invest money, or not just money, but time into growing.
Yeah.
It's not like, yeah, you see detailers that have been doing it for 5 years, and you see them booked, every day for or whatnot, but
They had to grind that
they
shit
didn't
out.
start
Yeah.
like that. It's not like they just said, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna be a detailer. Okay, cool.
You-
I'm gonna make this much money next
Yeah.
week because I'm gonna have 3 watches a day, or whatever." It's like, nah, bro, that's not how it works. Like,
Yeah.
that's why I think the right thing, like, if that's what you want to do, if you want to be a detailer, or or any sort of like small, independent kind of like, or even like a rapper,
Hmm.
work somewhere and do this shit on the side. But your off time, you're doing this. You're
Hmm.
grinding for at least a year, 2 years, and then from there, it's like you go up from there. It's not just like um you're just gonna start. I'm gonna quit everything and like no, that's just not gonna happen. You're not gonna fucking pull an Alexander the Great. Like that shit is not gonna. It just doesn't happen. And there's a Jazz from uh Houston area. She has
The
that
Mustang.
Mustang. Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. So when I was up there last time, I was talking to her, kind of like having a conversation very similar to this, and she does she works and goes to school 5 days out of the week from 7. I think she said from like I can't remember. I think she goes in at 8 or something like that, and gets out at 4, and then goes to school from 5 to 11. If not, it's from 8 to 6, and then 7 to 11, something like that. But basically, Monday through Friday, from fucking 8 to 11, she's out there either working, making money, or getting educated.
Just hustling.
Bro, that to me, that shit's like that takes. I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah, those people intimidate me
That's fucking
because it
crazy,
makes
right?
me question my work ethic.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like it's kind of like inspiring. Like this person fucking gets out there and does it, and it's for the hope. What if you think about it? It's you're going to school, right? Even if it's a trade school,
Yeah.
you're going there hoping that you're gonna make it in that industry.
Yeah. It's not a guarantee.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not a guarantee.
That's what's really crazy about it.
Yeah.
So like my respects to people like that are just hustlers that fucking get up and have the drive to do that shit. But
Yeah.
that kind of really explains, her build is pretty nice.
Yeah.
She has a really nice car, so you can kind of see where.
So when you said that sponsorship thing, how you look for that drive in every single person that you sponsor,
Yeah,
when you put it like that, now it registers.
it makes sense.
Now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know she grinded like that.
Oh, bro, it's
That's
crazy. When I talked to her about it, I was like, wait, what?
yeah.
You do that, and you've been doing it for how fucking long? That's bro. It's to
Yeah.
me, like I said, my respects to somebody that is that dedicated to being successful, and that's the way that I see it.
Yeah.
She's dedicated to being successful.
Mm-hmm.
It's what it is. And like I mean, she's not the only one. Everybody that I have that's there, fucking Jose.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought he was way older than what he is.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason I thought that is because he has what he has.
Yeah.
Bro, the motherfucker, every time I see him posting a new car, and it's like, oh yeah, I've been having it. Like, what? How the fuck you have so many cars? But it's like, bro, I wish I had that many. I wish I had half of that when I was that age,
Yeah.
But it's like he's so young, and does it. And now he goes out of town and works and does it the right way, actually, I'm sure he saves money or whatnot, and he goes out there and doesn't go like, what
Clean money.
yeah, with that too. But goes out there and fucking what the normal is. You go out and you fucking spend most of it out there. You come back, you still got some money, and then now you're asking for money to go back to work.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's
Most people my age.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
very common amongst. No, actually, you know what? I don't even think that's an age thing.
Uh-huh.
Because I've seen plenty of motherfuckers my age that are in that same
Blow it
fucking
off.
situation. I think it's like, we were saying earlier, it's kind of like how you grew up, how you were educated, on having that discipline to
Yeah.
manage your money or whatnot, or manage your times and all that. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, bro, that shit, like I said, that's inspiring, and it like, to me, it's like, fuck, I can fucking do it. I mean, if they can do it, I can fucking do it,
Yeah.
And like I said, it helps me. I feed off of that.
Yeah.
I feed off of that.
That's very rare too, and I speak about that. And there's two types of people. One person sees a winner, and they get motivated from it.
Yeah.
The majority of the people see a winner, and they get in their feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
There's only two ways to go about it.
They see it as automatic competition.
Hate, resort to hate.
Yeah.
Envy.
That's the worst one though. When like you're hating on someone for being successful.
Hmm.
That's not doing something that's even remotely close to what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
you would be surprised. It's very concerning that hate is more common.
Oh no, it is.
You
No,
know.
so I have a thing. I think I said this to somebody once. I think racism exists,
Uh huh.
right? Simply because there are people of different colors.
Yeah.
If everyone was the same,
Yeah.
there would be something else to be hateful about.
Oh
But
yeah.
there would be hate
Oh yeah.
nonetheless.
Oh yeah. Oh
That's
yeah.
just the thing. Like it's just nature.
Yeah.
It's some people's
Human.
nature.
Human nature.
Yeah, it's just the way that it is,
Yep.
unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, it's I don't know, bro. Like to me, I see other shops. I talk to a lot of the other rappers. You
Yeah.
know, I've had people hit me up like, "Hey, how do you do this? Or where can you find this and this and that?" And I'll answer them. You know, I'll tell
Hmm.
them, "Hey, I I have a pretty good relationship with like two. The one is Jesse from the Plug,
Yeah.
and the other one's Julian from Midnight Raps.
Mm.
Bro, we've gotten to the point where they'll ask me for material. Like
Hmm.
if I have something, and I'll be like, "Yeah, bro, just come grab it."
Yeah.
If I have it there and it's extra
Hmm.
or whatever, I'll just let them have it.
Hmm.
Vice versa, though.
Yeah.
I need something from them. They'll be like, yeah, here you go. Boom, there you go. Jesse, I've used his shop. Has Didn't charge me shit. Like
Hmm.
he let me use his shop. Julian, same way. You know, I've asked him, hey, bro, can I do this? Like, can I use your shop for this or whatever? Despite the fact that we're in the same area and that the same customers are looking at us for the same services,
Yeah.
we still help each other out that way. And I'm honestly open to do that with anybody else, except for the fact that most of the people see it more of a like a threat.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, I'm not trying to take your shit.
Yeah.
Like, I care less. Like, I
Yeah.
got my own customer base, which is like I said, most of like a lot of them are kids, 20 to 25. I think like you are a big part of the reason why that is,
Hmm.
you know. But yeah, man, like there's no need for that shit. Like,
Yeah.
why do that? It's better to just grow together than to fucking be hateful about
Hmm.
it. And
I'm a firm believer in karma, man.
oh yeah, for
Comes back
sure.
to you, good and bad.
Yeah,
So you just do you, do the right thing, and it comes back to you.
yeah, for sure.
And I think that's why you're prospering and it's going the right direction for you.
I Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, it will.
I hope that's the reason, and I mean I just try to do things right and try to do good.
Yeah.
Some people might think differently and they might have a different perspective,
Hmm.
right? But genuinely, even I can genuinely say that there is not a single person that I hate, that I truly hate. And what I mean by that is a person that I know, that I've interacted with,
Yeah.
that I hate, you know. Um,
Might have disagreements, but
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
But that's it. That's
Yeah.
about it. Like, why would I hate them?
Hmm.
Like, there's no need for
No.
that. That's such a strong word, and it's such a strong feeling that I feel that it can actually do you more harm
Well, it's miserable for you yourself.
than the person you're hating on.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, I don't understand it. I think it maybe for some people it's a maturity thing. They just have to have that experience and eventually realize that there's no need for that. But I don't know, man. It's I guess it's one of those things. But all right, so we're gonna get close to wrapping this up. I just have one question, or actually two here, and I just want to make sure that I get this right real quick before I ask you. Let's see.
You mind if I take a quick potty break?
Do your thing.
All right.
All right.
Be right back.
Oh, here you can go inside. Where?
Okay.
Here, let me get you. Come on, we're live. All right, cool.
All right, back.
So here's a question. What's now? I'm gonna get into the whole car scene thing, and I don't want to like dig too crazy into it. But
Hmm.
what's next? What's so you have the car now still, right? Obviously, you're up there in Montana.
Uh huh.
Are we gonna see you on the track anytime soon?
So right now it's good. It, it was recently in Shrek. You know Shrek,
Yeah.
Shrek's shop, And prior to that, it had a few issues that needed to be fixed. And now it's running good, but on rolls, more of a road racing,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't really do anymore, just because
Yeah.
it's just a lot of risk and shit, you know,
Yeah.
cops and all that, all the headaches. So yeah, track's the only thing that makes sense now. And so now the only thing that it needs is the converter to be taken out and loosened up because it's too tight.
Okay.
Basically, this car has everything it fucking needs, like everything. Uh, Best parts you can get and set up already, but it just needs a converter. And without the converter, it can't launch
Yeah.
off the line, which is a big fucking deal. You know,
Yeah.
that's
Of course.
that's half of the thing. So,
Exactly.
but once that's in and it's ready to go,
So when do you have a time frame on when that's gonna
maybe like
happen?
I'm thinking about next summer.
Next summer?
Yeah,
Okay.
if not sooner. But then after that, I mean, that's basically it.
Did you? I don't know if you saw the post with the Chevy versus the world thing they're gonna be doing out in. Did y'all see that?
When's that gonna be?
May.
Okay.
So that was gonna be my next question: is there
Yeah,
a possibility we might see you there? 'Cause I think that would be
that's gonna be local
pretty
at
sick.
this
It's
track.
a Texas thing.
Okay.
No, it's not gonna be here.
No,
It's
where's it?
up. I think it's up in Houston.
Houston.
I think it's here. Let me see.
Y'all know about that?
Here, let me see.
Is this like a new thing or?
Yeah, yeah. Supreme's gonna be there. Alexis is gonna be there. Um, Jose said he might go.
Uh-huh.
There's a few like there's a few
And this is track or is this like street racing?
track. Yeah, drag race. Well, it just says.
But in
Well,
Houston?
it says yeah. Well, I think here. Let me see. It might be Dallas then.
Yeah, yeah, because
Yeah, it's
Houston
probably.
will have a.
Yeah, it's probably Dallas then.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's here actually. I think it's in the comments. Official date coming soon. Let's make it a movie. There. Facts. Mom, it's well. They're saying it's in Houston. Alexa said it's in Houston. They didn't really. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. People keep saying Houston on here. Yeah, that would be pretty badass to see you out there, huh? Kind of like that's you coming back. So you've been straight up like actual racing, right?
Mhm.
How long has it been?
It's been a minute.
Right? That'd be pretty badass.
Yeah,
That would
I
be
love
really badass.
racing, and people ask me all the time,
Yeah.
and they'll ask me why I don't race anymore,
Yeah.
and
What is
and
it? You're just not focused on that right now?
I miss it, man. But it's not as simple as just getting out there like it used to be. You know, it used to
Yeah.
be less cops, less bullshit to deal with, less to lose.
Yeah.
You know, it's never about like being scared to lose a race. You know, I think I'm finally mature enough
Yeah.
to be able to be okay with that.
Yeah.
You know, younger me was more ego, maybe more
Yeah.
insecure. You know, I would race to win. You know, now these days, it's more of I don't want to hurt anybody else or myself,
Yeah.
maybe, because that's always a possibility, man.
Of course.
Like I don't know if you follow one stock, um, Dre. He was a big racer in New York
Mm-mm.
with an Audi, but yeah, he was a big influencer, big, very big,
Mm-hmm.
and he passed away with
Racing.
racing, street racing.
Yeah.
When you're going that fast, man, 160,
Oh yeah. I mean,
it's hard to stop.
yeah. Of course.
Yeah,
I mean, it's possible.
yeah,
Very quick. It's
exactly.
just not a good outcome
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
I think the older I get, I do get more scared,
Yeah, that's the thing that happens
and
with
and
age.
and I'm okay with saying that,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing that happens with age. I can attest to
You
that
as well.
for sure. Oh, bro,
You
you
do
can ask.
less dumb shit.
I was a fucking wild. I was wild, bro.
Yeah,
I had a lot of fucking. I did so many things in my like early to mid 20s that I'm thankful that I'm alive today because it would
and
be dumb.
it took a lot of close calls moments
Yeah,
to get to here of being scared
yeah,
of God giving me a second chance too many times
yeah.
that you kind of don't want to test your luck, you
Yeah,
know.
you feel like you've already thrown down those cards. Like that's
Exactly.
my
And
those freebies are done.
I've also seen people around me, grown men, like do dumb shit
Yeah,
and not be so lucky.
yeah, of course.
So shit like that makes you wiser and more cautious and more hesitant
Yeah,
to go out there and do these fun things,
yeah,
Um, yeah, like when I first got into cars and racing, it was an everyday thing, racing till 3, 4 a.m. in the back roads.
yeah,
Like I lived and breathed that shit. And now it's more like a hobby.
yeah,
Got to be cautious. We want to live longer
yeah,
to
of
do it
course.
longer. Um, yeah, it's just one of those things.
Well, man, it would be pretty badass to see you out there
Yeah, but
in that
track,
event.
I definitely do want to run in the car because I'm the type of guy to not really keep a car for too long.
Yeah,
So eventually it's gonna go. I'm gonna sell it.
yeah. Another
But
Mustang, maybe?
yeah,
Really?
or no, something new.
You finally gonna really go JDM this time or no?
Who knows? We never know. But
That would be pretty nice.
but I do want to run the car because I mean there's just so much car in that car,
Yeah.
potential.
Oh yeah, of course.
And so I do want to see what it can run.
Yeah, that would be something to
The
definitely
fastest the
see.
fastest is that car's been is like I think a mid nine
Mid nine?
yeah from previous owner, and that's before the goodies went in.
Yeah.
So we can go faster, but
You think what? You think you might be hitting like high eights or what?
I don't have enough seat time.
Yeah.
So maybe I myself could run 8. You put a good driver in there, you could run 7. Capable.
Damn.
Yeah, and I know because I'm a like I did my research and all that shit. I'm a Mustang geek, so I wanted to know how fast my car could go. And I
Yeah.
asked Shrek himself too. He said, um, "It's there's plenty in there to go 7. It's just a matter of
God
making it
damn.
happen."
Yeah.
An 8 is a 9 is very fast.
Yeah.
An 8 is even faster, and
Oh
then
yeah,
a
of course.
7, man.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
Like I'm not gonna lie, like that shit's scary, man.
I'm
You
sure it
know,
is.
like I ran a 10 on my Whipple car, and I was like shaking type shit because,
Yeah.
and then this track too. One thing about it is it's not the best. Like there's dips on that shit.
Oh really?
You going 160 doing a dip, and people flip
But
all the time.
that's crazy.
Yeah, you lose your car, or worse, you might kill yourself.
Yeah, that'd probably be obviously the
Yeah,
worst one. But second to that would be losing your investment.
yeah. There's a lot
Losing
of
your
money
investment.
fucking
Fuck
down the
yeah.
drain quick. I've seen it too. So shit like that makes me scared, a little
Think about it.
hesitant.
Yeah.
But then again, you can't live in fear.
Yeah.
So
Maybe it's one of those things that because you've been away from it for so long,
yeah,
now you think about it
uh-huh.
and what the possible outcomes could have been. But once you get back in there again and you see that, well, yeah, that can happen, but it hasn't
Yeah,
happened.
I think I just need to knock the rust off.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
my first few pulls out the shop, I was like shitting bricks,
Yeah.
but then it was like it got fun.
That thing don't need wheelie bars?
Oh
Or
no,
it's not at that point?
I don't think so.
No.
But no. Willie bars are you're talking fucking pro mod almost.
But it won't like even like
It has enough suspension
uh-huh.
to where it won't wheelie. Without the
Oh,
proper suspension and all
got you.
that power,
Yeah.
it would wheelie.
So it's set up 100%, like
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
fucking
all the parts
around.
are there. It's a good car.
That's cool, man.
Um,
Well, it'd be badass to see you out at that event.
yeah.
I think that would be pretty cool. That
Uh-huh.
would be dope. Kind of like I said, I'm sure there would be or there will be a lot of people there that will that have followed you or have been following you for a good while,
Yeah,
and know you for
and
racing.
especially I think being out of town, that's good potential. Because like I said, this track's not the best.
Yeah,
So if there was a time and place to do it, it'd be something like that,
yeah. Well, that I think, like I
and it'd be
said,
a fun trip.
for sure.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, you're surrounded at that point. You're surrounded by once again like people who are up there,
yeah,
and I'm sure that's a really good feeling. Like,
yeah.
you know,
It's a lot of adrenaline and a lot of
hell yeah,
yeah.
hell yeah, that would be badass. Well, brother, it was good conversating with you. I appreciate you coming by.
Mhm.
Um, honestly, shit, maybe next time you're in town, we can do it again or whatnot.
Yeah, I'm down. I mean,
Um, but yeah, man, do you have any last words? Not like I'm gonna kill you or anything like that, but like, for the people that are watching or whatnot.
no, man. I just want to thank you for sponsoring me and having faith in me since day one. And
Not likewise, man. I think you've done far more for me than I've done for you. Like, that's straight up. Like, when I say this, I say it like wholeheartedly. I don't think I could be here today without what you guys did for me. And I'm not saying you're the only reason, right? But it's like, being real, it's definitely one of the reasons. It's the amount of exposure that I've gotten, with you, bro. Like, to me, I will forever be grateful of that. So,
yeah, I'm
you know,
grateful for
on
everything,
the
man.
contrary, and the talks that we have, and all of that, like, that shit, it's cool, man. I like
Yeah.
it. I don't get to really experience it that a whole lot. It's very limited with the people that I can have like this type of conversation with.
Hmm.
um and I know I said it was gonna be like 30, 45 minutes, bro. It's been a fucking long time.
Probably like two
I know.
hours.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that until I saw the phone. I was like, oh
and,
shit,
and
it's
and it's
pretty fucking
always
late.
been like that when we talk, man. And
Yeah,
I don't know if other people are like that, but
yeah,
more than just cars or the materialistic or raps.
exactly.
Um, it's a relationship, and
Yeah,
like I look at you as a friend.
exactly.
And the
Yeah.
older I get, I take that word pretty serious.
Oh yeah, for sure,
You know,
for sure.
I don't throw that around.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm the
like
same way. I'm the same. It's very limited the amount of people that I can say. Oh,
yeah,
that's my. I can say, oh, that's my homeboy, or it's, oh yeah, it's my. But it's like actual friends.
yeah,
It's very, very. I take that word seriously.
yeah.
Very
That's
seriously.
just that's what comes with age and wisdom. You know.
Yep. Hell yeah.
But
Well, brother,
thanks for having me, man.
thank you so much for coming by. Like I
Yeah.
said, hopefully we can do this again once you're back down here. And like I said, hopefully we see you out there at that event. If not, then whenever we see you out on the track, like, I really want to go see that car run, because that motherfucker is scary to just drive from the driveway into the garage. So, anyways, thank you so much. Y'all have a good one.
Thanks, man.